What's up? How you doing? It's me, Kaiden. I know my video didn't post last week because I woke up Friday thinking it was Thursday, and it was just a whole mess. So I went to go post it on the weekend, and YouTube hates me 99.9% of the time. So it kept saying that my file format was too large or the format was not supported by YouTube. And so I'm just going to combine the two into this video because I tried again today to upload that video and it just won't work. So we're just going to scrap that. So where am I at in my transition? I have been on testosterone for about 3.5 years-ish. I will be 4 years in September, so whatever that after 3 years is. It's a little under a half, I think, a little bit, maybe a little over a half now. I am a 1.5 years post-op top surgery. My name has been legally changed since 2016. However, I still have things that come to the house in my old name. My PayPal is still under my old name because the documents for some reason won't upload to PayPal for me to get my name changed. So that's something that I have to do in the near future. Get in touch with PayPal's customer service and get that all figured out. I have been researching hysterectomy doctors so that I can get that squared away in the near future, hopefully like next year sometime. That's really it for transition wise. Bottom surgery is not really on my radar other than a hysterectomy right now because it just, in my opinion, isn't what I want to spend all that money on. It doesn't work like I think it should for all of that money. Excuse me. Yeah, so transition-wise, that's really all I got for you. Now, this week's topic is a free topic. And I want to talk about something that I don't think that we talk about very often. I want to talk about us as trans people going through our transitions and hitting milestones, and then when those milestones happen, feeling lost and stuck because that milestone is the thing that you've been looking forward to for so long. So this is something that I've been struggling with, and it's kind of snowballed because I got my top surgery and that was the one thing that I've been looking forward to for so long that it happened, and I just kind of got super depressed because I didn't know what was next, what was to come, and I was scared and lost and stuck because I didn't have anything to look forward to anymore. The thing that I was looking forward to is now done, and now I have to find a new goal to achieve because the goal that I wanted to achieve is completed. And that's a really hard thing that we don't talk about, whether it's in a transition or you're transgender or it's not. Once you reach like your ultimate goal, what comes after that? So if you are not a trans person and your ultimate goal in your life is to get married and buy a house, and you get married and you buy that house, you're going to be happy that it happened. But then maybe after you buy that house and after you're in the house for a year, you just kind of start to feel unhappy again, and you're not sure why, because everything that you wanted is completed and you should be happy. But now you kind of feel down because you have nothing to strive for anymore. And that's something that I don't think that we as a community talk about, we as a people talk about. And I think that needs to be addressed more, because when you go through something like that, it's a very lonely feeling, because you look around at your life and you think, I should be happy right now because everything I've ever wanted is right in front of me. But for some reason, I just feel sad. And that sucks. It's a sucky feeling. And then if you're somebody who, like me, does not have a neurotypical brain and deals with anxiety and depression and all of those things, your neurotypical brain starts to take that and run with it, and you'll never be successful, and you'll never actually be happy, no matter what goals you achieve or what things you set forth for yourself, or no matter how big or small or amazing or whatever, no matter what you do, nothing is ever going to be good enough to satisfy you 100%. So you might as well just get used to feeling like this, because you being happy is not something that is possible. It's not something that is feasible for you. And having a non-neurotypical brain is very grueling. I, as most of you know, did get checked into a psych ward February 1st of this year.
Oh, that's so nice. That's really bright. Okay. Me?
And I really, that was my sister, by the way. She's a mess. I have been struggling getting back on my feet after that. I still feel really down. I don't feel as suicidal, but I feel really down. My whole life in the past couple months has gotten flipped upside down completely. People have found out things about me that have happened to me that I was not necessarily ready to disclose to them. I have gone through a serious breakup. I am feeling very, very stuck at the moment. I'm feeling very bad about myself. I don't have any self-confidence, really. It really is shot, and it's been weighing on me because I worked so hard, and I went through all of these emotions that I'm feeling now 5 years ago when I came out as trans, and when I was starting this whole journey, and I'm feeling this way again. Like, I have to do a whole nother round of figuring out who I am and where I fit in this world, and what that means for me and my life and my future, and where I go from here. And this is a really sucky feeling. There are people around me every day that tell me that they're here for me and they support me, and as much as I appreciate it, and I'm really glad that those people have reached out and said that, and it just kind of sucks because you know that nobody can really fix any of it, or nobody can figure this out for me. I have to do it on my own, and it's hard to reach out to those people who want to know what's going on, and it's hard to talk to people about you just not feeling right. You're just sad for no reason. You don't know what's going on. You just feel off. You're lost. And I am very lost right now. I'm at a point in my life where I feel like I should be doing more than I'm doing. And I think turning 26 was kind of the start of like all of this coming to the surface, because I'm 26 years old and a lot of my friends are starting families and buying houses and landing their dream jobs and doing all of these things that I feel like I should also be doing. But I have this whole transition piece where it's weird because age-wise I'm 26, but this puberty takes me back to being a teenager all over again in high school. So everybody that was able to figure out who they were, where they fit, and where their life was going, and the direction that their life was going, I have to do all over again as Kaiden, because everything that I did prior to that was just a lie and a mask, because that wasn't who I really was, and I was hiding parts of myself. So how could you figure out where you fit in the world if you're not even being true to the people around you about who you are? And logically I know that, but it just sucks being 26, going through puberty that everybody already went through in high school, and figuring all that out, and figuring out the right traits to search for in friends, and how to maintain relationships being trans, and how to go about the dating scene, and how to go about like dealing with all of the stresses that come with being trans, but also the stresses of figuring out where you fit in the world, and how to make friends being non-conventional. And it's a really, really tough situation to be in, and I'm struggling a lot with it, because the people that are around me and the people that I deal with every day are really great, and they're supportive, and I 100% appreciate everything that everybody has been doing and saying, and just even the check-ins, even if I'm not necessarily responding or giving a lot of information back, it really does mean the world to me. But I also realize that this is something that nobody else can really help me with. I have to figure this out on my own, and it sucks to have to be doing this for the second time, third time maybe even. And it really does suck, and I'm trying my best to just take it one day at a time and trust the process, and trust that where I am right now is where I'm supposed to be, and that everything will work itself out. But I really, really am having a hard time with that. And so I can take all the support and love and kind words about how you guys have dealt with it, or anything you can think of to, you know, like, keep me going, because some days it's really hard, and I really don't know where I fit, and I don't know. I'm lost, and I'm unsure of who I am and what I mean to this world, and where I fit. And I'm really struggling with that, because I've always had something to define me. I was an athlete. I was smart. And I don't feel like either of those anymore. Just kind of feel like a freak hanging out on the side, watching everybody else live their best lives, while I'm just sitting here in these four walls, struggling to figure out who I am. Sorry that that's depressing. Sorry that this video has been kind of depressing. I just needed to get some of this off my chest, and to somebody, bunch of people that aren't my therapist, and so if any of you are going through the same thing, I'd like to hear from you guys, because it's really good to feel like you're not alone going through the same struggle. And if you have gone through this, I'd like to hear how you got through it and what made it easier for you, or how you figured out where to go next, because I really truly have no idea. One step at a time, but sometimes I don't even know where to step. Sometimes I feel like when I step forward, I lose my footing, and then I'm back 5 steps. So, yeah. Check in on your friends. Check in on people that you haven't talked to in a while. Everybody can use a little check-in every now and again. See you guys next week.